about this prose point, we must refers to read another important. Hello and welcome to Smart English Zone. Dear student, today we are going to discuss about Old English prose. And here the points that we are going to discuss. First of all, we must learn the introduction about Old English prose. Old English prose refers to written works in prose forms during the early medieval period in England and spanning roughly from 7th century to the decades following the Norman conquest of 1066. So here one point we must keep in our mind, that before 7th century there was no origin of Old English prose, because during that period Old English poetry dominated in history of English literature, and all those poets of that era actually they promoted Old English poem. So now we are going to discuss the further origins and other aspects of Old English prose. Poetry preceded prose in Old English literature. The Anglo-Saxon invaders brought their poetic traditions, but there is no evidence of an existing literary prose traditions. And the development of Old English prose primarily occurred due to the Christianization of England. So this is very important, that before the Christianization of England there was no trace of Old English prose, and only after the Christianization of England Old English prose was started. Now we are going to discuss the prominent figures and important authors of Old English prose. There are three names that stand out in the rise of Old English prose. They are King Alfred of Wessex, Ælfric and Wulfstein. So these are the three prominent figures who had actually laid the path and established the stepping stone for Old English prose. So first and prominent name, that was King Alfred. Now we are going to discuss about King Alfred. Alfred's contribution to Anglo-Saxon prose is immense, and he developed the Anglo-Saxon chronicle, enriching it with historical facts. His translations include works like Bede's Ecclesial History of English and Gregory's Cura Pastoralis and Orosius's The History of the World. So these are the three books that King Alfred had translated from Latin to English, and in this way the journey of Old English prose was started. Further, we are learning that Alfred's effort and transformed that loose and detached prose into the solid and complete literary form, and he is often held as the father of English literature or father of English prose. So King Alfred was regarded as father of English prose. Now we are going to discuss about Ælfric. Ælfric built upon Alfred's foundation. He aimed to instruct Latin to his pupil through English prose. His notable works include the Colloquium and Catholic Homilies. Ælfric also worked on a Latin-English dictionary and significantly influenced the style of Anglo-Saxon prose. So, after King Alfred, Ælfric is another important figure of Old English prose, and his two famous writings were the Colloquium and also the Catholic Homilies, and he established the solid path for further progress of Old English prose. But not the least, the important figure of Old English prose was Wulfstein. Wulfstein followed the path of Ælfric and Alfred, and together Alfred, Ælfric and Wulfstein had taken up the development of Old English prose, and with them the new era of English literature had arrived. Hope you enjoyed the video, and please do share, comment and like the video, and don't forget to press the bell icon so that you can get all the important videos related to this subject. Thank you for watching.